Hey, Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about some touch moves and how to implement these touch moves to actually make her feel more connected to you and more bonded to you, okay? So just understand that when you are touching a woman, when you're getting physical with her, in any sense, literally from holding hands all the way to getting intimate in the bedroom, and everything in between, you're actually creating more of a bond with her and more of a connection. Of course, as I've said in previous videos, that there is a line between friendship and intimacy. And that line is being physical with someone, okay? Because that's the one thing that you're not doing with people that are friends or family, getting physical with them. Okay, maybe a hug or holding hands, and that still does work with bonding you to other humans and even friends. But of course, we're talking about more than just holding hands and a hug. Real quick, just want to mention, if you want to learn more about what it means to connect with someone and build attraction with someone through talking, through conversation. So you're learning a little bit about the physical moves now, but if you want to learn more about how to use your personality in conversation and build charisma to talk to women and get them interested in you, check out the Hooked program. I'll put a link down in the description below. Of course, when you click over to that, it's going to give you a whole description of what the program is all about. It's just a full video course teaching you everything about meeting women and building attraction. So check that out. All right, let's continue. If you don't end up using these physical moves and you don't end up using touch, what happens is you take longer to build a connection with the woman. And the longer you take, the more chances you'll actually end up in the friend zone, which is where we don't want you. So we want you to make sure that you are using these moves. The reason why it works so well is because when you are touching someone, a chemical is released in your brain called oxytocin. Okay, there's all these different feel-good chemicals. You got serotonin, dopamine, you have endorphins, and then you have oxytocin. Oxytocin is what's called the love chemical. It bonds two people together, okay? Oxytocin is released during hugs, during cuddling, during kissing, during sex. All this is happening, and it makes you feel bonded to the other person. So that's the reason why this is so powerful and the reason why you want to use this when you are going out and dating. I don't want to make this complicated for you. Focus on three things. One, the hug on the first date. Okay, the hug on the first date. That is something you absolutely want to do. This is going to start off the relationship, so to speak, in a physical way, showing her, hey, you are a person who is a touchy guy, and you are a person that is showing her that you are feeling attraction toward her, and this is not a friendship. So I encourage you to go for a hug when you first meet her for the first date, even if it's from online dating or if you met her in person or wherever, okay? Go for the hug. Next, number two, and this is in order, you want to absolutely go for the kiss at the end of the date. I actually just got off the phone with a client a couple of hours ago. We were talking about how he's very nervous to go over and kiss a girl when he is saying goodbye to her, when the date is over. And the reason why he's nervous is because he doesn't want to get into this horrible rejection, embarrassment if she says no. And I tell him, listen, man, what's worse? Her rejecting you and feeling, 30 seconds of embarrassment, or a full week of regret because you didn't go for it, okay? Right now, what I want you to do is, I want you to put down in the comments, I will not regret this. I want to see 100 of these so you understand that you will not regret it. You gotta go for the kiss. And of course, if she rejects you, whatever, then she wasn't interested in the first place. But make sure that you at least try. And then finally, when she's back at your place, when you guys are in a location that you guys can get more intimate, then you are going to make a move to finally have sex, okay? So make sure that you are making that move, and that's the one that's gonna really release the oxytocin, get you guys bonded, build more investment, and really build that connection between you two, okay? So make sure that you're doing that. So the three things are, again, hug when you first meet her, kiss at the end of the date, and then sex when you guys are finally alone in a place where that can happen. Now, I know that this video is being released during times where it might not be appropriate to be hugging people. I'm trying not to say the word because YouTube is really weird about it, but you know what I'm talking about. There's a reason for it. We got to wear masks, okay? If you're watching that during this time and you feel like, whoa, that's something like we can't do right now, you actually can. You just ask permission first. So let's say you meet up with the girl and you're both wearing masks. Before you go over to her, when you're about a couple feet away, say, is it cool if I give you a hug? Are you cool with that? Just to get permission, because everyone has different levels of sensitivities. If you don't want to do that because you're sensitive to it, that's fine. Do what you got to do, but this video will be around for a long time when people can finally do that without having any kind of experience having to ask. So just keep that in mind, something to look out for. Another note, you might get to the point where she doesn't want to kiss you, or you guys aren't getting intimate in the bedroom, and you've been on multiple dates. I've been saying this to guys, something I've been thinking about lately is you might be dating a girl who's just not going at the same pace as you. I'm working with a client right now and it's just going at a very slow pace, and it's almost as if like they're just friends because it's not moving anywhere physical because she doesn't want to. If that's the case, then stop hanging out with that girl. If it's not going at the same pace as you, then you shouldn't be with her. This is for anyone, by the way, okay? Whatever your pace is, whatever it is, you got to make sure that it matches, at least somewhat aligns, all right? Of course, be reasonable. I'm sure there's a lot of guys who want to just do it on the first date. It might not happen that fast, but still understand that you two should be at a similar pace, so you are not wasting your time and you're doing what's comfortable and what you want to do. Hope that helps. Don't forget, check out the Hooked program down below in the description, and let's see a bunch of those comments. Hopefully I see them down below. I will not regret this. Write it down below, and I will see you on the next video.